Genesis chapter 11. And all the earth shall be one lip, and the same words. And it shall be in their removing from the east, they shall find a valley in the land of Shinar, and they shall dwell there. And they shall say, a man to his neighbor, Come, we will make bricks, and we will burn to a burning, and brick shall be to them for stone, and potter's clay shall be to them for potter's clay. And they will say, Come, we will build to us a city and a tower, its head to the heavens, and we will make to us a name, lest we shall be dispersed over the face of the earth. And Jehovah will come down to see the city and the tower which the sons of men built. And Jehovah will say, Behold, the people one, and one lip to them all, and this they began to do, and now it will not be restrained from them all which they shall imagine to do. Come, we will come down and mix their lip, that they shall not hear a man the lip of his neighbor. And Jehovah will disperse them from thence over the face of all the earth, and they will cease to build the city. Therefore its name was called Confusion, for there Jehovah confounded the lip of all the earth, and from thence Jehovah dispersed them over the face of all the earth. These the generations of Shem. Shem, the son of 100 years, and he will beget Arphaxad, 2 years after the flood. And Shem shall live after his begetting Arphaxad 500 years, and he shall beget sons and daughters. And Arphaxad will live 35 years, and will beget Shelah. And Arphaxad shall live after his begetting Shelah 400 years, and he will beget sons and daughters. And Shelah will live 30 years, and will beget Eber. And Shelah will live after his begetting Eber 400 years, and will beget sons and daughters. And Eber will live 34 years, and will beget Peleg. And Eber will live after his begetting Peleg 30 years and 400 years, and will beget sons and daughters. And Peleg will live 30 years, and will beget Reu. And Peleg will live after his begetting Reu 9 years and 200 years, and he will beget sons and daughters. And Reu will live 32 years, and he will beget Serug. And Reu shall live after his begetting Serug 7 years and 200 years, and he will beget sons and daughters. And Serug will live 30 years, and will beget Nahor. And Serug will live after his begetting Nahor 200 years, and will beget sons and daughters. And Nahor will live 29 years, and will beget Terah. And Nahor will live after his begetting Terah 19 years and 100 years, and he will beget sons and daughters. And Terah will live 70 years, and will beget Abram, Nahor, and Haran. And these the generations of Terah. Terah begetting Abram, Nahor, and Haran begetting Lot. And Haran will die at the face of Terah his father in the land of his birth, in Ur of the Chaldees. And Abram and Nahor will take to them wives, the name of Abraham's wife Sarai, and the name of Nahor's wife Milcah, the daughter of Haran, the father of Milcah, and the father of Iscah. And Sarai shall be barren, to her not a child. And Terah will take Abram his son, and Lot the son of Haran, his son's son, and Sarai his daughter-in-law, his son Abram's wife, and they shall come forth with them from Ur of the Chaldees to move to the land of Canaan, and they will come to Haran and will dwell there. And the days of Haran shall be 5 years and 200 years, and Terah shall die in Haran. Genesis chapter 12. And Jehovah will say to Abram, Go for thyself from thy land, and from thy kindred, and from thy father's house, to the land which I will show thee. And I will make thee into a great nation, and I will bless thee, and I will make thy name great, and thou shalt be blessed. And I will praise them, praising thee, and I will curse him, cursing thee, and in thee shall all the families of the earth be praised. And Abraham went according to which Jehovah spake to him, and Lot went with him. And Abram the son of 5 years and 70 years in his coming out of Haran. And Abram will take Sarai his wife, and Lot his brother's son, and all their riches which they acquired, and the souls which they acquired in Haran. And they came forth to go into the land of Canaan, and they shall come into the land of Canaan. And Abraham shall pass over the land to the place Sichem, to the erect oak tree, and the Canaanite then in the land. And Jehovah shall be seen to Abram, and will say, To thy seed I will give this land, and he will build there an altar to Jehovah, being seen to him. And he will remove from thence to the mountain from the cast of the house of God, and shall stretch forth his tent, Bethel from the sea, and Hai from the east. And he shall build there an altar to Jehovah, and will call upon the name of Jehovah. And Abram will remove, going and removing to the desert, and there shall be a famine in the land. And Abram will go down to Egypt to sojourn there, for the famine was strong in the land. And it shall be, when he came near to go to Egypt, he will say to Sarai his wife, Behold, now I knew that thou wert a fair woman to see. And it shall be, when the Egyptians shall see thee, they shall say, This is his wife, and they will kill me, and they will permit, and thee they will permit to live. Say now, thou my sister, that it shall be well to me because of thee, and my soul shall live by means of thee. And it shall be, when Abram goes to Egypt, and the Egyptians will see the woman, that she was very fair, and Pharaoh's rulers will see her, and will praise her to Pharaoh, and the woman shall be taken into Pharaoh's house. And he will do good to Abram on account of her, and there shall be to him sheep and oxen, and he asses, and servants, and maids, and she asses, and camels. And Jehovah will touch Pharaoh with great strokes, and his house on account of Sarai, Abram's wife. And Pharaoh will call to Abram, and will say, What this thou didst to me? Why didst thou not declare to me that she is thy wife? Why sayest thou, She is my sister, and I shall take her to me for a wife? And now behold thy wife, take and go. And Pharaoh will command the men concerning him, and they will send him away, and his wife, and all that is to him.